Speaking of rock hard, this is a huge topic on YMH. You want to go into the Twitter thing?
Sure.
So we've been trying to get Tom to come in space. We have been tweeting NASA, Elon Musk, and
X-Space, yeah.
SpaceX.
Oh, so yeah.
Do you want to read this and
Sure.
let them know what's going on? And all we want to know is, how do astronauts come in space? And more importantly, can we get Tom to come in space?
Yeah. I mean, here's an article. Thank God there's an article out there.
Well,
it's like looks like everybody, all of a sudden we talk about it. It's in the news. Here's an email that came in. Hello, friend. After tweeting to NASA, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we want Tom to come in space. I have been banned for 7 days and forced to remove my tweet. That is all. Be well, Jason. Thanks, Jason.
wow. I mean, if this isn't a conspiracy
Thank
to
you.
suppress information,
It's suppressing information.
Elon.
Yeah, it is. It's very much.
So, what was that? What was that? A bear?
I don't know.
That sounded. Was that Hirsute Pursuit? Why are you laughing so hard? I don't understand.
Because there's a guy that's coming slowed down. It's Uncle Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's horrible.
That's me in space. That's what I'll sound like. The gravity will be different.
Yeah.
The sounds will be different.
Yeah, because sound is different in space. That's horrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. Well, look,
shit.
here's the thing I feel like, because from what I've seen of Elon, I know you have a great sense of humor. I think that no one at Twitter has actually shown him the footage of us discussing this. And I don't think he's aware. I want to blame his staff and his employees for suppressing this
Elon,
information.
Where's your newest meme about this?
So anyway, this article we found, how astronauts masturbate in space. Okay, officially it says nobody has ever had sex in space, but what about solo sex? It's not something NASA has ever been particularly keen to talk about.
Yeah, what the fuck, NASA?
But here's the fact. Okay, Russian cosmonaut Valery Polyakov spent 437 days on board the Mir space station. Polyakov once noted in his diary, psychological support service sent us some nice, quote, colorful movies, which help to recover our will to act like a normal adult male. There was nothing to be ashamed of. And then another...
I bet you they didn't send, like, his special kinks. I bet it was just generic, boy-girl scenes. And he's like, no pissing.
That's so true, Tom.
He's like, I want to see the girl get piss in her mouth. And they're like, I'm sorry.
Well, and of course it's Russian porn.
Yeah.
So it's got to be very heteronormative.
And the girl is like just sad.
Yeah.
No expression on her face.
Yeah, they only tolerate heterosexual, normal, clean activities. Russian cosmonaut Alexander Levakin described how things went on his 174-day trip to space. He says, quote, everyone is doing it. Everybody understands. It's nothing. My friends ask me, how are you making sex in space? I say, by hand. In his memoir, astronaut Mike Mullane, so astronaut, that's an American, right, writes that at one point he had, quote, an erection so intense it was painful. Adding that he, quote, could have drilled through kryptonite.
Yeah.
So this is very interesting, guys. This is a health issue and could destroy the mission of a SpaceX flight if not properly dealt with.
Look, this guy's jizz floating around. That's how it's going to leave. The tip right there.
But it comes out in spurts. It doesn't come out in one.
my loads.
Yeah.
Like,
yours comes out in like...
The other astronauts are going to be like, oh my God.
I mean, and he's
and
putting
this guy will
gummy
be there and
bears.
lap it up for me.
So we've confirmed that this astronaut, Mike Mullane, up here, has masturbated in space.
Well, you know what this article said, Mullane also said, right? That look at all that jizz on his face. You're missing the jizz.
I saw it. Who do you think sent this in?
Oh, okay.
There he goes. Where was this scene? In 2010, Space Jizz Odyssey. Okay, so he writes, on long missions, male astronauts are at least informally encouraged to ejaculate regularly to avoid prostatitis, with NASA advisor Marjorie Jenkins concluding that prolonged exploratory travel would benefit from the people involved doing a bit of prolonged exploring of their own due to infrequent ejaculation resulting in accumulation of prostate secretions and bacterial growth. So actually, it is mandatory. It sounds like NASA mandates it in the rule book that you must masturbate in space.
Why is it a secret? How come we don't, everyone wants to know? Talk about it. Talk about it. Mullane also said in that article, in that interview, that what happens is the body fluids move differently within your body. So it's suggested that the reason he's got this rock hard cock in the morning is because the blood is probably flowing differently than it would on Earth. So sometimes it's just, it's implied that there's extra blood in there. That's why because the shift in fluids is different in space than it is down here.
So you're telling me that morning wood in space is so ferocious?
I'm not telling you.
So intense.
A fucking astronaut is telling you. Yeah.
So that means this is a real problem.
It's super hard.
It's a super big problem.
Yeah.
You could destroy the mission if you get... What do you fucking do if you get bacteria in your peener and you have an infection? It's not like you're going to the doctor in space.
I'm more interested in whether or not NASA is supporting its astronauts the same way Russia's supporting theirs. Are you sending porn up there? Look at Mullane right there. Look at this big old dick in those tidy whities
diapers,
right there. Yeah.
Space porn.
Are they sending, what kind of porn is NASA sending up?
It's so important to know.
I bet it's super boring.
It's got to be easy to download.
Yeah.
Because isn't it hard to download, I'm sure, frame by frame?
And then all of a sudden you're sitting there and and then they go, Mike, and you're like, Jesus, are you watching me? And they're like, yeah, we're always watching you. You're like, God damn it. No privacy.
Because don't they always monitor your vitals and stuff to make sure you're healthy? So they're going to be like, oh, Mike Mullane just jizzed again. Do they know?
Maybe.
When they're masturbating?
I don't think it's all the time because you see them sometimes just floating around without any monitors on them. But yeah, I mean, it would be weird to hear or to have them know when you're jacking it.
Show that guy's face getting come down again in space. That's pretty rad.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make this.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love this.
Let's see here.
He goes right into it. Look at him eagerly lapping it up. He's like... You got to put that on the YMH TikTok, by the way. We got to isolate that and put that on the YMH TikTok.
There I am.
Okay, so here's a soaking wet washcloth. Get the microphone so you can hear me while I'm talking. And now let's start wringing it out.
Watch this. This is what it would be like to wring out
really
your cum
wet.
rag. Imagine that's full of your load.
Oh.
Oh.
It just stays right there, huh?
Yeah, isn't that cool? There's people cheering. They're like, that's your cum.
That's so crazy.
Coming a tube of water.
That's so crazy that they have poor people in space.
The water's all over my hands. In fact, it rings out of the cloth
washcloths
into my hands.
Right,
and if I let go of the cloth carefully, the water sort of has it stick to my hand.
Why'd they
That's
clap?
rad.
That was so gay. What was that all about?
Because he came so hard. They were super proud of him.
Thank you for watching that highlight here from YMH Studios. That was a highlight or a clip, whichever word you prefer. You watched it, and there are so many more little bite-sized episode things. They're just click them. Maybe it's someone screaming or bleeding. Maybe it's just laughing at someone, making fun of them.